Right. So we're back, and from you've worked with a lot of people, but you're quite loyal. Like as much as you've been in the game, I really just remember you working with A Few Good Men, Candy, and RaRa. How does RaRa come about? When did y'all first do something together?
Man, he'd probably tell us a lot better. But I'd
Yeah,
always,
he's coming.
I'd
I'm
always,
gonna bring him on, and
yeah,
definitely.
definitely.
RaRa's an icon. RaRa's been in it
Yeah,
from the beginning.
absolutely.
As well.
Man, I believe it was Knox is when RaRa and I first started working together, and then it was Daybreak, and we'll talk about that.
Yeah, Daybreak as
But
a whole. Let's talk about that right now.
I'd always known RaRa. He's always been, the guy that has it together, and he'd always come to our events. It's been a load of money. RaRa is like super rich. So it was always
super
it was so he was an absolute person that you just have to work with. You got to do business with a guy that does good business.
And he does good business.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what is that the reason why you've worked with those people, because
Yeah.
they do good business?
I mean,
because you've worked with a bunch of people.
yeah. I try to limit my who I work with people who one have the income, because being in marketing promoter, you gotta have
the income to do it. Right.
You gotta have a second job that's stable.
Right.
And you got to be good about your business, and I've always kind of been real selective to make sure that when I work with a group that they have it together. You know?
Got you. Is there anybody you wouldn't work with, or you never work with again?
Oh yeah.
I'm going into
I would.
stuff.
There's been a lot of incidences, but it would probably be anybody who owes me money. They know who they are.
You're not saying
any
no
business. I
names.
won't say any names. There's a lot of different little nuances, but. If you still owe me a check, it's not too late to pay me back.
To holla at
You
Kurt,
can always
man.
call me. But yeah.
Get him back his money.
Yeah.
The people you've worked with, so many people, surprisingly hardworking people. Give me like 3 names, like you never saw it coming, but the due diligence you actually had admiration for it.
It's still the same people. Working with Candy really shaped and formed my company. Because when a lot of people thought she was just a promoter who parties and have a good time, but when the door shuts, Candy got a notepad down. She's taking notes. She memorized. So that was surprising.
Money.
That was surprising.
Oh yeah, she can visually
doesn't miss anything. She can do math from the top of her head. So yeah, she was one of those people that was like, surprising to work with. RaRa the same way. RaRa's the same way. He knows every single number for the number. So he's like a savant.
Felt bad. Like he told me, I'm trying to do the calculations. Like, no, that's wrong. I'm writing stuff down, and RaRa's checking me. Crazy, like a savant, like for real.
And then even like Brandon,
Bree
Lateague. He's one of those guys that's also a legend that people tend to forget. But if you sit down and talk to Brandon, Brandon knows everything about
everybody, every account, most of the most significant
been there,
events.
done that. So yeah, he's another
I
one
met
of those
Brandon
guys.
when he was
I met him too.
He's gonna have his own show.
Oh, yeah,
trust
he needs
me.
one.
We got to talk about that. Keys to success for you and all that you've done, not just in promotion but in life. Like what principles or ideals do you?
The biggest thing I think in this industry is don't get caught up in the having too much fun, but make it about the customer. So the key is people say hard work, but always keep the customer's needs in mind. I've always been customer oriented. Like, what does the customer want?
Right.
What do they want when they want to have a good time? If you can focus less on self and more on the individual customer, you'll be in the game for a long time.
That is true.
Learn about the customer.
I got to pull back on that for a little bit, because there's this perception of Kurt, like, oh, fuck, Kurt is an asshole.
Really?
It cannot be foreign to you. It cannot be foreign to you. I'm saying that because I'm hearing what you're saying, and I think you do think of the customer, but the customer to you is just...
It's everybody.
It's everybody, right? You don't single anybody out to get
and that's what happened
treatment.
to me when I got started in the first.
Yes.
But no, I think I really the perception is I may be a little harsh when I'm at my events, but a lot of times people don't understand. When I get to the event, I'm really I'm looking to make sure everybody's having a good time. And
you don't want to necessarily give preference.
X years, and I knock on wood, I've had no major fights, no shootings, no craziness at any of my events. And a lot of promoters can't say that.
True,
but I'm always focused on, customers having a good time, safety, and then, bringing them an experience that they can be like, man, that was a great event.
Right.
I want them to say that.
I admired how you, there was nothing ever significant enough to rattle you. Like when we
No.
had the Dwight Howard party, I looked at
Oh,
the
yeah.
front for
Man.
All Star. I
Yeah.
call myself a promoter. I saw the front door
Oh, that was crazy.
for All Star, and
Couldn't
I
get
just
in.
went to the back, ordered a Grand Marnier, and called it a night. I'm like, I don't know how. Kurt was calm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even in the chaos, trying to get the people in,
Yes.
trying to manage all the personalities, the yelling, and all of that.
All the time.
It was overwhelming for me, but I give you props because you do know how to handle that. The current state of the industry right now, what do you think of it? Because there's been a generational change. Things are a little different from how we used to do things. What do you think of it? What do you like? What don't you like?
Yeah, I mean, oversaturation.
Absolutely.
I think
I
some people
agree.
have talked about this. A lot of promoters are just doing the exact same party Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. On top of that, there's a lot of club owners who just keep on opening up 15, 20 clubs doing the same thing. So a lot of folks just kind of get the same thing every night from the same people, and I think
Right.
that is the fallacy of the current state. But it's actually, a lot of promoters we've talked. So, the nights are coming together.
It's
Yeah.
I know it's a problem, but I got to come to their defense in this regard. You give them the experience. You're trying to give them the experience. They have so much fun. They're inspired, and they say, "Oh well, yes, I can go do it."
Right, yeah.
Right, and then they go. So it's like,
Just don't do it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm like, just
Repeatedly.
give them a little bit of something, and then change it up. That's all. I mean, that's
Right.
what Houston needs. Houston needs to make sure that if you're gonna have a nightlife experience, make sure you have some diversity. Make upscale, maybe a sports bar, maybe some hip hop, maybe some old school. Just
Right.
mix it up a little bit. I think that makes it more exciting for the Houstonian who wants to go out and
so
enjoy
you're
the city.
saying find that thing that's not you can promote, that's fine,
Absolutely.
but find the thing that's not as common
Yeah,
and
change
go
it up.
do that
Right.
instead of having the 5-6 Friday
yeah.
nights that are the same, because I
Right, the
kind of know
same.
what
Nobody,
you're getting
nobody wants to see the same event with the same feel,
feel
same looking
all
club.
the time.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I appreciate you, man. That's most of the stuff I
absolutely.
want to talk
100.
about. I really appreciate you talking about that. It's your birthday this weekend. What are your birthday plans? What's the lineup? Actually, let's talk about the events you do currently.
All right. Yep. So currently, Wednesday we're at the address.
Gotcha.
Brand new Thursday kicks off this week at Seaside.
Seaside Lounge.
So it'll be
Gotcha.
Seaside Thursdays. Friday we're at Aura.
Okay. Gotcha.
Saturday
that's
we
been a
kind of
step.
split it up. We have like a dinner party at 5 Central. So we do like an
Oh,
early dinner.
mixology.
Yeah, top 40 type of feel, a little bit different. Upscale, of course, and then all the forces have joined powers.
I just
at
saw
Ghost
that.
Bar
That happened
on Saturday
today
night,
or
yeah.
yesterday. Ghost Bar
So,
Saturday is
yeah.
about to be a force.
So,
Welcome to Challenge, because your Saturdays is.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
You're welcome to come by.
for the
and
record,
celebrate.
we tried to put it all together for the record. But,
Okay. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I didn't
tried
know that.
but and then me and Rob will be kicking off Chapman and Kirby Sunday Fun Day, kind of an upscale brunch. I think August 4th.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
that'll be also on the lineup.
On the
So,
lineup.
yeah, that'll be hot.
When are we doing Bizoo Monday again?
Well, hopefully, when Rob gets back to us, we're gonna try and do it a once a month series.
Because
That
that
was
was
a
a
hot
really,
party.
really,
Yeah.
really dope party.
That was dope.
I appreciate you, brother. Like
Daybreak.
for real.
Yeah.
Daybreak.
Yeah,
Did
don't
we
forget
talk about Daybreak? The monster
Yeah.
that Daybreak is. Y'all created that brand. Like, it's a nationwide coin event. Like that's hard
Day
to do.
party. Yeah, it was hard, but it's developed. It's kind of taken wings and developed into something bigger than we
I
thought it
think
would be.
Hughes Hanger blew it wide open.
Yeah,
and if I'm wrong,
Hughes Hanger was definitely that catalyst that kind of blew it up.
Blew
People
it.
love it. People love good day parties. Everybody loves good day parties.
I remember,
Yeah.
and this is a testament to Daybreak. In case y'all didn't know, back in the day, there'll be like 4 or 5 day parties.
Right. Yeah.
Now Daybreak happens, and it's like we scatter like roaches. And Kurt would always say it. Kurt would put the Daybreak fly out. All these day parties will come, and he'll be like, "Why are they doing day parties? Why did they not know?"
I don't know. I mean,
And eventually,
Daybreak's pretty strong. It's
yeah,
it's a strong brand.
The day party I do with Marcus always seems to
Yeah.
be okay because it's a grown folks crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else is like, "Why are you doing this day party?" But I got to give y'all props in that. You
Yeah.
work too much.
I do.
You deserve all the success that you do, but I really suggest
appreciate that.
more vacations. When's
coming.
When's
It's
the
coming.
last vacation? Because the last time I saw it was Miami.
Essence was kind of a
That
vacation.
is not a vacation.
If you ask anybody, I stayed the whole time in my hotel room and then wandering around the great city of New Orleans. I swear to God.
Okay, I'm glad to do that.
I was almost not at that
Kurt,
event.
I see you all the time. You work a lot, bro.
promise you.
Like for real. Take
Yeah.
time. You're a family guy. See how you handle.
I sneak
what you
away.
say. Yeah,
I'm
good.
gonna sneak
all right.
away more.
All right, good.
In the fall.
You don't put it on blast. So
I
give
sneak
you-
away.
give
I
you
sneak away
props
in
for that.
quiet. Yeah.
I got you. Well, we're going to segue into the feature events for this weekend. I appreciate Kurt for coming. After Work Inc. is now Live House. Live House Media, shaking things up. We're arguably one of the hottest promoters, definitely top 3 promoters in Houston. I'm not going to go in chronological order, but to me, yeah, that's who you have here right now. Ghost Bar tonight. Goes without saying. Molo has it going. Last week, they got shut down. That's how many people they had. It's ridiculous. Wednesdays, Kurt is at the address. We start Wind Down Wednesdays at 5 Central, the old mixology. Myself, a few good men, Rob Wright. We start that this Wednesday. Grown folks looking for somewhere to go on a Wednesday night, definitely come check it out. Doors open at 5 p.m. Forbidden Wednesdays at Eve. Shouts out to the We Are the Season. It's still going. Hot spot to be on Wednesday night. Thursdays, Clay on Thursdays. It's official. It was a great look last week. They're keeping it going. The weekly that we tried that didn't quite work out. I have to say it. And now they got it popping. Hey, it's props to the people, man. Sometimes it just that's how it falls. It shakes. Seaside Lounge on Thursdays, like Kurt talked about. Yeah. He's got Rogers A+, and DJ Wells. Definitely check that out. That's a no cover.
No cover all night. You know, we got $3 any drink specials this week. It's gonna be a great party.
I'm gonna come pregame and get wasted.
Oh yeah, definitely pregame.
Thursday is my boys. R.I.P. to PJ.
Yep.
PJ Simeon, very good dude. There's no way everybody doesn't know.
Yep.
But it's just heartbreaking to even discuss. We're having this white balloon thing at the park. So definitely come out. That's just depressing in itself. But prayers to his family right now. It's Trey Day. And he has a lineup of events. His party with OT Genesis and the Westbrook girls at Vanity on Fridays. Kurt is at Aura on Fridays. Keith is at the address on Fridays. There is a meal tickets weekend that kicks off this weekend. Go to inDmix for more information. Spire on Fridays. We go to Saturday. Trey Day was not the after party, but Trey Day kickoff is at the Trey Day weekend party continues at Dior Saturdays. Ghost Bar on Saturdays. The address has a day party. H2O has a day party, brunch party. Story on Saturdays. Rose Gold Saturdays. Sundays the address. Sundays at Seaside. Sundays at Eve. Sundays at Martini. And then Trey Day is on Monday. Do not miss that. It will be at the Waterworks Bayou Park this year from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. I want to give a shout out to Kurt for being here this week. You need attorney services, make sure you hit him up.
Yeah,
Shouts out to my boy Modern Renaissance, rocking the gear today. I appreciate y'all. I'm going to catch y'all next week in the next podcast. I Kim signing out. Appreciate you coming in,
Appreciate
brother.
you, boss.
No
Appreciate
doubt.
you.
No doubt.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. And we out.